I had to choke the tears back, and I'm going somewhere with it. There was a lady that called, and she said, "My name is Miss Jackson." And she said, Sonia said, Miss Jackson said hello to Pastor Jake. She was like, "Yeah, that's who I wanted to talk to." She said, "I wanted to say that when I came to Chicago, she said, I was hungry, and his church fed me." See, babe, I'm getting the ugly face like you now, so you can hold it against me now. I have no idea who this lady was, Daddy Howard. She said, but when I had come, she said, I just got to Chicago, she said, and his church fed me. She said, and I needed more food. She said, and they kept feeding me, and they treated me with respect. She said, and I just wanted to call to tell you, Pastor Jakes, thank you for your leadership and thank you for your church. And the reason even now I'm emotional about it, and I wanted to share this with you, is because when I was sitting there, Mama Glasper, all I could think about was, because we were doing what we were supposed to do, we didn't miss a moment to bless somebody who I didn't even know had been blessed. I have no idea who this lady is. No idea. In the pantry, they may know better than I do, but I have no idea. But it's because we are doing what we're supposed to do. And my point to you, because as your pastor, I have to say this to you. The Lord will send people your way, and you never know how it may impact them. But here's the other thing. If you're never around, the Lord may be sending someone your way, but if you cannot see the importance of doing the Lord's work, they will miss out on an opportunity that could only be shared by you. It's so easy to get caught up in the stuff of life and my stuff and where I want to go and what I want to do. But at the end of the day, you never know whose life you're impacting when you show them the face of Jesus without any questions or hesitation. I love you enough to say to you, West Point, for those of you that engage in ministry, and I'm not talking about you being down here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everybody got a life. I'm the only one that ain't got no life. But at the end of the day, to be able to show the face of Jesus, not only as it relates to West Point, but other places, but when it comes down to doing ministry, it has to be a shared ministry. But then you also have to ask yourself the question, who missed out on a meal because I wasn't there? The Lord said more intelligently than I, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. I thank God for the testimony of that lady, Miss Jackson, but I also thank God for the food pantry and the workers of the food pantry and Miss Flo, who is our leader of the food pantry. And I'm going to say this, and it just fell upon my heart. I know that I'm asking you to give $500 to the church anniversary. I understand I asked you to give $50 for Daddy Care. But at some point, if you can just find $5 or $10 to give to the food pantry, even if you do it once a month. Our food pantry feeds over 15,000, 20,000 families a year, and we're not getting any money for it. This is the work is done by the members of the church, and the majority of the money comes from the members of the church. This is what we do. And so if you find it in your heart, to write it on your envelope, to say, you know what, this is my gift. And all you can do is write food pantry. And y'all know how we work around here. If you mark it for food pantry, it's going to food pantry, period. It ain't going to pay no light bill, no gas bill. Because guess what? For as much as I hate what other churches are going through, we're still financially solid church. Your givings, and they, sometimes we got to move some over here in order to move some over here. But at the end of the day, you ain't never come in here without it being, it's nice and cool in here now. And it'll be nice and warm in the winter. And when we get new windows, praise the Lord, we're going to be energy efficient. Praise the Lord. All right? So just keep that in mind.